The craze of that 4-leaf clover look of Van Cleef Arpels has really made a wild appearance in the last 12 months. I feel like maybe it's the celebrities rocking them, and I've mentioned it in previous videos that a ton of people are making one-to-one replicas, inexpensive options in 14, 10K, stainless, plated. I've seen so many different variants of it, but the exciting part about it is that each designer and each person who does these interpretations adds their own particular flair. Today's video is sponsored by the Ice Giant, and I asked for these particular interpretations as I felt that they offered the look, the quality, and the price point that I think my audience who's looking to tap in, whether male or female, into this 4-leaf clover Van Cleef inspired space can offer an affordable alternative in precious metals and amazing stones like moissanite is something my audience would appreciate. So let's roll my motherfucking music, because I'm going to show you one-to-one Van Cleef replicas, and I mean really good one-to-ones, along with the Ice Giant's version, and you guys can compare if the juice is worth the squeeze.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Bless you, morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, C to the U to the B to the A. So the Ice Giant sent over a couple of pieces showing their 4-leaf clover line. Obviously, the 4-leaf clover line is inspired by the brand of Van Cleef & Arpels, which is an ultra luxurious high-end jewelry designer that's been in the game for, I mean, at least a century, I believe. Now, if you guys don't know what the 4-leaf clover bracelet is from Van Cleef & Arpels, I have a one-to-one, and I mean, this is a one-to-one replica, stampings and everything included, actual 18-karat gold, the whole spiel, which is not inexpensive. As the original Van Cleef & Arpels, even on a pre-owned basis, are ranging in price points over $4,000 for a bracelet that looks similar to this one right here. This is what I like to call that Tiffany blue Van Cleef & Arpels in 18-karat gold. As you can see here, there's a lot of details in that 4-leaf clover with the little bumps and grooves, even down to the edges. It has a beautiful minimalistic look that is definitely more endorsed by the feminine community. However, a lot of dudes in the fashionable space are rocking these pieces and able to pull it off. Me, myself, I don't think I can pull this off. I've heard people say that, yeah, it doesn't look bad or whatever. It doesn't, and considering the watch that I'm wearing today, my Tissot, definitely brings out a trendy, funky, Soho-ish type vibe. But with my particular style aesthetic, I don't think I can pull this off, but to each their own. So they generally come in precious stones like so, or in options with precious stone and diamond work. Like this one. This is that black onyx with the diamond work here. And of course, Van Cleef & Arpels uses natural diamonds and some of the highest grade quality diamonds that there are. The non-diamond ones are like 4Gs in change for the pre-owned version. Now, of course, there's one piece here that touches my heart because they added a Cuban link reference to it, and the Ice Giant got very creative with this particular piece. So this is their 4-leaf clover / Cuban hybrid. Now it has their sleek lock spring-loaded deployment clasp, and this is the piece that I'm talking about. Full moissanite and 925 silver with what seems to be about a 5mm Cuban link on it, and you got that spring-loaded sleek lock there, which adds a ton of shine factor. I don't know if the studio lights are doing it justice. I'll give you some external shots of wearing it and outdoors, but this piece definitely adds a slight bit of masculinity to the look, especially for those trendsetters. Like, there's dudes out here wearing skirts and shit, so you can definitely pull this type of piece out. And for me, you gotta be that swaggy individual to pull this kind of stunt out, which me, I'm not there. You know what I mean? I got a little bit of style, but not a ton. We got hundreds of moissanite stones here that look super clean. This style is actually not too bad, to be honest with you. I don't know if, again, I can pull it off. To y'all, you may think I can. Others might be like, you're wilding out. I think this is more for the youthful generation that feels a little bit funkier and has that stylistic flow to them. They wear rude, got the Dior's on deck, the latest hype B sneakers, Amiri jeans. Those type of dudes who put this combination together on the regs, they could definitely pull off a piece like this. But this joint, super duper clean stonework and actually very fashionable, as you can see in some of the external shots. So I feel this piece has the most masculine flair to it. And I mean, take the masculinity with a grain of salt, it's all subjective, right? But this one has more of the feminine flair, which in comparison to the one-to-one replica has a lot of the same similarities, also almost specifications down to like the stone pattern almost. But we got the Van Cleef 1-to-1, and then we have the Ice Giant version. A lot of the same similarities, granted at a fraction of the price. This one is over a $2,000 price tag, and this one is in like the $100 range. But you got Moissanite stones, which always pass the diamond tester. 925 silver, which is also a precious metal that's significantly cheaper, but has a huge cult following. And they share a lot of the same shine factor for literally a fraction of the cost. The Ice Giant one is completely bust down, and what I do like is when these bracelets flip, because they will tend to flip, it obviously being on your wrist, it will rotate. You have these excessive amounts of beautiful cuts on it that can refract, if not the same amount of light, an equal amount of light as the Moissanite stones in the front. Beautiful cuts, very nicely machined, and definitely add that shine element that you're looking for no matter how this decides to rotate, whether it does a half and half turn or a full turn. You get all that shine factor that you're looking for, and this particular option offers multiple sizes based on your wrist size, as you can just adjust it here or even clip it into any of these pieces. So it's definitely ranging from, I would say, maybe a 6.5-inch wrist plus. And then if you add that stackable element, you get to see how fashionable you can get. Now, me personally, if I were to rock this piece, I would actually trim this joint down so you don't have that little dangly accent to it. Although some people might find it stylish, but what you can't front on is the crazy shine of both of these pieces. Moissanite's hit, bro. They just work for the fraction of the price that you're paying as a diamond alternative of a stone that has nothing to do with a diamond. You get all the flash and all the shine factor that you're looking for, while saving a significant amount of money. Now, finally, Van Cleef also has their popular single 4-leaf clover necklace, in which, of course, the Ice Giant came out with their own interpretation of their single piece. And this is a beautiful, dainty, very classy piece, also with the adjustable style on this nice little feminine barrel length. Very clean, very nice, very shiny, and super classy and elegant. This, that for me, doesn't have any kind of masculinity quality to it, but to each his own. Style, like everything else, is beyond subjective. But I'll show you some up-close shots of this piece as well, what kind of light refraction and shine that these pieces are showcasing. So with pieces like this, you're getting a bang for your buck with a beautiful quality, not sacrificing integrity or craftsmanship. So you can go the original Van Cleef option, which is $4,000+ non-diamond or diamond related. You can go the 1-to-1 replica alternatives, which are gonna run you over $2,000 a pop, or you can get a full bust down Moissanite 925 silver option, all under like $400 combined. And that's before any promo codes or discount codes that Ice Giant is offering, which will be listed on their website or in the description below. Let me know what you guys think. Is this your type of vibe? Is this something that you would get your significant other? Does Shorty feel these type of pieces? Are you gonna show her and then have an excuse to buy some pieces and maybe share them? Nowadays, it's definitely not something that's unheard of, and adds an element of bonding between your significant other, doesn't it? Possibly. Shout out to the Ice Giant for sending these pieces and sponsoring today's video and showcasing these affordable options, keeping with today's trends. I'll see y'all snitches next time. You know who it is, biggest in the game. Smooches.
What's fresh? Who's best? One of them's gonna pass the test. CUBAN. For the fly gun holder, money folder, molar roller, start tack when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.